Hello everyone, this is Fernanda from Information Planet Adelaide. I have here with me today Chloe from TAFE of Australia. We are gonna talk a little bit more about the Diploma of Nursing. If you guys are hearing me, just send me a hi or a thumb up just to know that the audio is going well. So if you guys can just send any emoji, should be great. As I mentioned, we are gonna talk about the Diploma of Nursing. Thank you guys. So Chloe is gonna explain everything related to the course in the first 30 minutes. And then in the last 30 minutes of the live, we are gonna have Claudio, and he is going to explain the migration pathway for the people who wants to be a nurse in Australia. So thank you for coming today, Chloe. Thank you for your assistance, and if you can talk and explain to us a little bit more about TAFE and who are you?
Hi everyone, thank you Fernanda for inviting me here. It's my pleasure to be in the live stream. If you guys have any questions during the time we are talking, feel free to raise the questions so I can answer you during this time. It's the quickest way to get the answer. So my name is Chloe. I am international consultant at TAFE South Australia. I think you might have heard about our name before. So we are TAFE South Australia, who is owned by the South Australian government. We have been in the industry for almost 50 years, established in 1971. By next year, we're gonna be 50 years, so this year is 49. And we have a lot of campuses throughout South Australia, but I was talking about the 9 campuses in the Adelaide Metro. So we have 2 campuses in the city. So if we talk about Information Planet in Adelaide, it's only 5 minutes from here to our city campus by walking distance. We have Regency campus, we have Tonsley campus, Asiad campus, Albury, no longer Salisbury, Elizabeth campuses within the metro.
Oh, yeah, and TAFE also offers many courses for international students. We are gonna focus on the nursing one today because it's a very popular course at the moment.
It is very popular. So one of the highest enrollment is our Diploma of Nursing and also our automotive. Those 2 are the highest one, but today we're just focusing on the nursing, and that's I've been inquired a lot about these courses from your region.
Okay, so for those ones that don't know Information Planet, we are an agency for international students. We have more than 23 years experience in the market. Here in Australia, we have offices in 7 different cities. So the main cities, pretty much, we have offices to support all the international students. We also have offices in Europe, Latin America. So it's a very big company as well. Let's start now. So for the students, which courses are related to nursing are available at TAFE South Australia?
So like I mentioned previously, and also Fernanda mentioned previously, we offer a lot of courses to international students from business, IT, engineering, like associate degrees. We also have community services, hospitality. We have a lot of courses available, but today we're only talking about the most demanded one, which is Diploma of Nursing. That course is not only by ourselves, we also package with the university. So we have the Bachelor of Nursing package with University of South Australia, and also we have Bachelor of Health and Medical Science with Uni Adelaide as well. So you have a lot of options. You can study Diploma of Nursing with us by itself, or you can package with the Bachelor with the university in South Australia.
So basically, if the student enroll for the Diploma of Nursing, how long does it take to graduate in this course?
Yeah, it's gonna take 18 months. So it's gonna be 3 semesters for the student to complete the course.
And do you know a little bit more about the job outcomes? How is the industry? How are the market for employment?
I think the market for employment for nursing is very high. It's always in high demand because of at this year we have a COVID, so we have more and more demand for the nursing as well. I think everyone knows about that. And also after you complete the Diploma of Nursing, and of course you must have the APRA certificate, like APRA register, you will become an enrolled nurse.
Okay. And in the package with universities, how does it work? The student will receive credits towards the university?
Yeah. So for example, if you study with us Diploma of Nursing for 18 months, and then you go for the Bachelor of Nursing with University of South Australia, you will get 1 year credit into the Bachelor of Nursing. That was an agreement between TAPSA and University of South Australia.
Oh, that's very good. What are the entry requirements for this course?
The entry requirement for the course is very simple. You just need an IELTS 7 each band academically. Yeah, I know IELTS 7 is hard, but if you are thinking to study, something related to the medical field, it's good for you to have higher score in IELTS, or you will also take PTE, OET. So PTE need to be 65 at this stage. So I was told, PTE will be updated. So we will need to base on the APRA regulation.
So at the moment, nothing has changed for PTE at the moment.
We have to wait for what APRA gonna do, because our entry requirement depending on APRA. And also another requirement is you need to finish year 12 minimum to get a diploma entry. Yeah.
So basically for Latin Americans, year 12 is equivalent to our high school.
I think some country, I think Brazil, year 12 equivalent to our year 11.
Yeah.
That's the standard. But majority of Brazilian coming here, they likely to finish the bachelor. So as long as you finish bachelor, then you can getting IELTS 7 each band, then you can apply for the course.
And just to have to give an idea for you guys, the APRA that Chloe is mentioning is the accreditation or the organization that regulates this profession, health professions in Australia.
Yeah, in more detail, APRA is the board that can provide you the certificate to work as an enrolled nurse. So if any of you are wondering what's the difference between enrolled nurse and a registered nurse, so enrolled nurse, you just need to finish 18 months, where enrolled nurse is a bachelor, a registered nurse is a bachelor degree where you have to finish 3 months of the Bachelor of Nursing with the university. So after you graduate, enrolled nurse will be working under the supervision of a registered nurse. So that's the difference between the two.
The two registration or positions.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I know, Chloe, if this course is the right for me?
For myself, I think the course is right for everyone who love the job, who want to take care of people, who want to assist people that are unable to, moving around, that needs a lot of assistance. And if I was you, I would go to our website, go to our TAPSA website, and then look up Diploma of Nursing, look for the description of the course, and then the course unit to see what you're going to study, and to see what the course going to be about. And also there's going to be more information in terms of job outcome, intake, the fee as well.
Okay. Do I need to have any experience in this health industry to enroll for the nursing course?
I don't think you need anything. So diploma is something you start from the basic. So you will be learned everything from fundamental to the higher skill. So you will be provided all the information. If you just need to provide us the IELTS academics, like I said before. If you have any difficulty struggling with catching up the course, you can speak to our teacher or a trainer. They will be happy to help you out as well.
And how are the structure of the classes, like practical and theoretical? How are the assessments? Do they have like a nursing home or to practice?
Yeah. Okay. I think everyone is talking about the placement. Last few years ago, where student is wondering why I couldn't get the placement, because I was an agent before, and my student was asking particular school couldn't get the placement. So I was informed that student would, when you go for the placement, you would need to fill out some assessment. So for Diploma of Nursing, we give you 400 hours of the placement during 18 months, so that's a lot. And the 400 hours will be distributed to 4 mainstream. So one is the aged care, residential aged care, one primary health, one acute medical, and another one is the surgical area. Will be place you in the placement, so everything will be on us. And then we'll be looking the placement for you as well. But some of the students came to me and say, Chloe, I haven't got my placement. And then when I check, the problem is they haven't finished the assignment. So there is some placement you must finish assignment first.
Okay.
Yeah, to get into the placement. If you come to us and then you got the late submission or anything, we can't assess it. We cannot place you into the placement. Yeah.
Okay. And how demanding are the courses? How many days per week usually the students need to go to campus and to study?
Yeah. I have been told 2 weeks ago that the timetable gonna be 3.5 days, so literally it's 4 days. Timetable can be changed depending on the unit that you're going to study. So there are gonna be a core unit that you must study. We also have elective unit that you can choose how many units you want to study depending on the course program. But I always advise you to thinking for the it might take 4 days, and always seek for the timetable on the commencement date. It will be more accurate because every intake might have a different timetable, so don't base on the previous timetable.
Okay. We were talking about the work placement before. How does it work? Does TAFE help the student to get the work placement? Is it included in the program, or the students need to find their work placement by themselves?
The student we will help the student to look for the placement. If the student, some student came to us and they already got the placement, they can nominate as well, and then we will have a look, check for everything. If the placement matching with our criteria, then we will accept. Otherwise, we will have the student to do it, looking for the placement and offer the student the placement.
Okay. And how many hours?
400 hours.
400 hours.
That's a very long time.
Yeah. One more question. When can I start this course next year?
The course will be available in January and July. So January normally end of January, or July is normally end of July for every year. So I'll go every round, so 6 months every round.
Okay. And I think we talked before, it's very full, almost
it's very full. Yeah. So because we cannot take students that we won't be able to fit them for the placement. So the government given us some quota, and we must meet the quota for the placement. We also need to share the number for domestic students as well. So that's why the number of international need to be divided evenly to domestic, and therefore sometimes it's full. It's very, very full.
So you guys also have domestic students in the class?
Yeah, we definitely. So TFSA is combined, and so the class will be combined with domestic and international students.
Oh, that's really good, because sometimes the international students, they want to have the experience of studying with a domestic student.
Yeah.
So they can share their culture, their experience.
It's a very good opportunity for them as well to mix in with the culture.
Okay, so apart from the Diploma of Nursing, you guys have a certificate for in health.
Oh yeah, we have that one as well. Yeah.
So how is it called?
So it calls Certificate for in Health and Preparation in Nursing. So that course is 6 months study, and people who want to study that course, they want to get some knowledge first. Even you don't need to, but some people, they still want to know
More
what's going to be.
confident.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They was like, Chloe, I don't know what's going to be in Diploma of Nursing. So I just want to start Certificate 4 first to see what is this about and to see if I have a passion in the course. And then I'll choose that. Some student was like, Chloe, my IL is not 7, it's only 6.5. Then what can I do while I'm waiting to apply for Diploma of Nursing? So you can do Certificate 4. It's only require IL 6.5. Yeah.
Okay, so if the student doesn't have the IELTS 7, but he or she already has the 6.5, they can start with the Certificate 4 as a foundation, a preparation.
That's correct. Yeah.
And during this 6 months of the course, they can prepare themselves for IELTS 7.
That's right. Some students, they just need a few. So when they got to 6.5, they are so close to 7. Yeah, and they just want some more time to prepare for 7. During the time, they just want to study something that related to nursing. So Certificate 4 would be the best course.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions, you can type and we are happy to answer. I've got a question here. Send to a request. Oh no, I think I don't have a question at the moment. So if you guys have any question, just let us know, and Chloe will be happy to answer.
Yeah, you don't need to ask about nursing. If you are interested in other course, for example, for the region, another popular course is building and construction. We have a lot of students from IP, Information Planet, that send to us and going for the building course, associate degree as well. So if you have any question in other courses, feel free to let me know.
Yeah, and also, is it possible to do a campus tour if the student if the student is in South Australia?
Yeah.
We also have students moving from other states, but if the student is in South Australia and you want to visit the campus, is it possible to have this campus tour?
Yeah, definitely. So we're happy to take students for the campus tour. One student is fine for us. Just to let IP Fernanda know which campus that you are interested, which course that you are interested. Probably 2 weeks before, so I can arrange myself, my timetable, and someone coming with me to show you the place. And also I need to prepare, what question that you are gonna ask in terms of timetable, because for us our timetable is not flexible, and we won't know until the commencement day, and it's changing all the time every semester.
Okay.
Yeah. So just let me know beforehand that when you want to go for the campus tour.
Okay, there's a question here. How much is the course?
The course is around 25,000 to 26,000. If you have problem with the payment and you would like, because of the COVID, you might have problem in terms of financial difficulty. You lost a job or etc. Then you can just let Fernanda know about your circumstances. Fernanda can let me know the reason why you're requesting for the installment. It's a case by case basis. But we are happy to consider the case.
Okay, so this 25,000 is for the whole course.
Yeah, for
so
18 months.
18 months duration. Another question: is there many Brazilians there studying Diploma of Nursing?
We don't have. So in terms of, if we have 15 students, we might have, I think 2 to 3 from Brazil, from Latin America. I can't remember which country, but they are from South America.
Okay. Which other course that I can do to complete the 2 years in studying in South Australia? So probably with the Certificate 4 in health preparation. It is 6 months course, and then you can start the Diploma of Nursing. Just remember that for the Diploma of Nursing, the entry requirement is IELTS 7.0, It can be PTE, OET, but it must you must need the score prior the course
Yeah.
start date.
It's not our rule, it's APRA rules,
Yeah.
and we have to follow them because eventually you would need to get 7 each band. So by the time you complete the course, you must register to get the certificate. So I think Claudio will speak about that in further detail. Yeah.
So I think I have more questions here, but they are, sorry guys, I'm gonna scroll down a little bit. There's a question here if the course is on the list. So basically we can discuss that a little bit more with Claudio
in a few minutes.
But South Australia hasn't released the list yet. We had a live yesterday about the updates in South Australia, but we are still waiting on the list. We believe the profession will be on the list.
We hope so.
But it's more a guess than accurate information. There is another question. Enrolled nursing is 1 year and a half. Yeah, it's 18 months.
He said which.
Yeah.
Something.
So for the registered nursing, you must complete the bachelor degree. So as a enrolled nursing, as Chloe mentioned, you can work under a supervision of a
you work under the registered nurse. If you wonder what EN gonna do, I did a little research, and so I call enrolled nurse as EN. So it include assisting person with bathing or dressing. Also, you need to attend the wound care, assisting them with the meal, taking specimen, assisting a person with moving around, and assisting them with the medication. You might need more than that. So everything is going to be available is on our website. So if you are unable to locate the place, please speak to Fernanda. Fernanda will be more than happy to let you know what exactly in the enrolled nurse. So that's you can understand. But like she said, enrolled nurse is working under the supervision, to be exact, supervision of a registered nurse.
Okay. Let's see if there is more questions. So we have here from Gabi asking about the experience. So Claudio can also, if you can hold this question, Gabi, for the how many years or months of experience you need to apply. Claudio can explain a little bit more about this in terms of the pathway for the visas. Is there any other course related in the health sector that
we have oral health? We have advanced diploma in oral health. We also have diploma of dental technology that are related to the health. Besides that, not the health, but we also have community services if you are interested. So that community services is packaged with Bachelor of Social Work with Flinders University. So we have a lot of options available. So if in a day you are thinking, I want to be the particular career, it's good for you to speak to Fernanda. Then she can filter out what course that you need to do to become that person, to work in that career. Then she will choose the school for you. I think
that's any other questions for Chloe, guys? She will stay here with us so till the end. If you guys have any questions in regards to the course, just let us know, and Chloe will be here until the end. In the meantime, while we are waiting for Claudio, there's another doubt. Which is the difference between community services and the diploma of nursing?
Oh, community service is more to do with the community. So you're working for the community. That's why people call it community services. Where diploma of nursing, you are assisting the patient with that unable to do something. So for example, if the patient is unable to move around, your role will be assisting them. If the person is unable to, having a mental health need, you will need to support them as well. Where I think communities services is more to do helping with the whole community, and where enroll nurse that you need to also support patient with the medication as well.
Yeah, so community services like basically works, as you mentioned, with the community and can be like different sectors.
Yeah, but then
so you can work with disability, children,
with the whole range.
Yeah,
where enroll nurse, you are more specialized in helping people, in assisting people with mobility, and then helping with the medication, taking some specimen, and then you assisting with the meals, something like that.
And for this, as enrolled nursing, the person can work not only in hospital, they can work
you can go in the clinic, you can work. I think you also can work in the aged care, also depending on what career that you want to achieve. So by completing this course, you can go through a lot of different ranges. So all the information is on our website. That way you go more detail in terms of the salary, in terms of what will you expect, the natural working environments, and everything is on our website. You just need to search Diploma of Nursing.
Yeah. Okay. So if there is any other question that I missed, let me check. Hey. Hi, Claudio.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good too. We are here with Chloe from
Chloe,
Australia.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
We talked a little bit about the structure of the Diploma of Nursing. We know that it's a profession that is in high demand. We had a question about the list, if it is on the list or not. We don't have the list yet, but we guess it will be on the list.
It definitely should be. It should be on the list just because right now South Australia has an interim program, and they are already inviting nurses and registered nurses and enrolled nurses. So if they are inviting now with an interim program, can you imagine when the lists are released? So it will probably be there. It's one of the occupations that has the most demand in Australia lately, and I'm telling everyone like this is the occupation of the future.
So it's happy. So for those who doesn't know Seven Migration and Claudio, we've been doing a lot of lives together. But Claudio, if you can explain a little bit more about you and Seven.
Sure. I am the director of Seven Migration. I'm also a registered migration agent. Seven Migration is present in Adelaide in the same office as Information Planet, but we also have an office here. Our headquarters is in Perth, and we also have representation in Sydney. We do consultations with clients all over the world. We have clients doing visa applications in Melbourne, Gold Coast, Brisbane, Sydney, everywhere. So it's just like we now with the ways we can communicate, it doesn't really have any physical barriers anymore. So we are present everywhere.
COVID started, we realized that we can do lots of things online.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Claudio, if I study nursing, am I eligible to migrate? What are the migration pathways?
Well, it's not as simple as just study, obviously, but obviously it is a pathway to migration, right? It's a pathway for you to follow a migration plan. Um, Australia has a skill list, and we also always have to see what occupations are on those skill lists, medium, long, short term, regional, state nomination lists. And depending on where your occupation is, we can try to create a migration plan according to your necessities, skills, and location. Um, to study nursing is to become a professional that has an occupation on that list. So if you study enrolled nurse, for example, you do a TAFE, you can become an enrolled nurse upon completion of the course. Um, and then we can try to create a migration plan because you already are a skilled professional, right? So the list they create for skilled people, so skilled professionals. So if you study nursing, you will be one of those professionals that Australia is looking for, and South Australia as well. And then we can definitely create a migration pathway for you, because the migration options, I would say South Australia studies students are very lucky because the state has a very large occupation list. Normally, not at the moment, but normally they do accept many occupations. And the requirements facilitate for international students. So when you conclude a course in South Australia, you have many exemptions and facilities that will make your life easier when you are an undergraduate and you are trying to apply for the PR. The pathway in South Australia that most applicants and most students usually follow is the state nomination. So there are two visas that are in which you have to be nominated by the state, which is the 190 and the 491. And we assume that nursing will be there. So when you complete the course, you can apply to state nomination, unless they have different criteria at that given stage when you have completed the course, right? So at this moment, they are with an interim program, and they are asking people to apply only if they have at least 3 months of experience working in their field. So it doesn't take only to study. So you have to study, and after you study, you register yourself as an enrolled nurse. And then you have to secure employment, work for 3 months, and then you can apply. And then it's very likely the state will invite you. But for people who are planning to start studies now, it's something that we don't have to worry about at this moment. Is the most important thing for you at this stage is plan your studies, become a skilled professional with an occupation on the list, and then we talk.
Okay, so we had a question before about this work experience. So basically for enrolled nurse, it's 3 months experience after they finish their qualification, right? At the moment.
It's not about the occupation. It's about what the states wants from everyone who is going to apply for the state nomination, right? So, for example, when you complete the course at TAFE, you can already register yourself as an enrolled nurse with APRA, which is the health practitioner agency here, and then you can start working as a nurse, as an enrolled nurse. You also have to do the skills assessment with a MAC. And APRA and a MAC won't require any experience to be registered as an enrolled nurse or to do a skills assessment with a MAC. They don't require you to have the experience. But the state does. The state needs everyone to be working in their field for at least 3 months before they can invite you for a visa. In the first half of the year, in the first semester, when the COVID was worse everywhere in the country, most states were giving easier pathways for nurses, and South Australia was waiving the work requirement for nurses. So it can change a lot. So that's why I'm saying that you don't have to worry too much about it now, because I don't know, maybe after 1.5 years when the person is finishing the course, maybe the state has different requirements and making easier pathway for nurses, because I don't know, like you might have some other problems that might require most professionals, or they might be requesting more experience, more experience. Maybe in 1.5 years they'll say no, but now I want 12 months experience, and then people will have to do. But the good thing about nurse is that it's usually easier to find jobs, right? Because the demand is really high. So when you finish the course, you register with a mark, you will find a job in your field.
Okay. In terms of migration, how good should be the level of English of the applicant? Is it any different from, because for as an entry requirement for the course is IELTS 7.0, and for the visa later for the nomination, is it the same?
Well, with 7 on IELTS, with proficient English, right? So 7 on IELTS, so 65 on PTE, B on OET is usually a good score for visa purposes. We have to assess on a case by case to see if anyone is losing points too easily. For example, if a person it's over 40 years old, doesn't have a bachelor's degree, has not completed 2 years studies in Australia, then this person will probably need more points. But we can search these points somewhere else. So maybe we don't need to go for 8 on IELTS, because 7 on IELTS is already a very high score. So instead of going for 8 on IELTS, we can try to find other pathways to increase the point score of that applicant, so they don't have to, like sometimes it's so hard already to reach the 7 on IELTS. And if I say, no, okay, now you have reached 7 on IELTS, you are a nurse, but then you need 8 for the visa. They're gonna get crazy. So we can find points somewhere else.
Okay. And how do I know if I meet all the requirements for the visa? So basically it's gonna be the qualification, the work experience. So is there any other requirements that the applicant might need?
Well, there are 3 main factors that we have to consider when planning for migration. The first one is to have an occupation that is on the list and have a positive skills assessment for that occupation. So it's all done at TAFE. So you study there 1.5 years, you finish the course, you register yourself with APRA, get your skills assessment, and then you're done with the first step. The second step we have to assess is the point score. So we have to check how many points you will have to apply, and if with your points you will be eligible for either the 190 or the 491. The third one is the requirement for state nomination. So this is another thing that we have to consider. If the state is requiring you to have experience, further qualifications, or maybe a combination of both, if they want you to study longer at South Australia, we don't know. At this moment, there's just an interim program. It was something until June 2020. It has changed now, and it's going to change again. But again, this will change every year. So the requirements, we have to check when the person is about to finish the course. So we have to say, okay, now we have a financial year that is ongoing, and when you finish the course, these are the requirements that you will have to meet.
Okay. And how much do I need to save to do my PR process?
I think the main cost will be the student visa and the cost of the course, right? So the person will have to first be able to plan financially for the course and the student visa. When they conclude the student visa, because Enroll Nurse doesn't give you the applicants the right to apply for the graduate visa, they will have to probably either go straight for the state nomination if the state nomination allows, right? So, for example, when you finish the course, you usually have 2 months visa, holiday visa, um, um, school holidays, right? Yeah. So, and if the state is still requiring you to work full time for 3 years, for 3 months, sorry, it's going to be hard to meet the requirements in so short time. So you will probably need another visa after that. So maybe another course, maybe a training visa or something like that, or maybe I don't know, maybe your partner go for a course if you have a partner, but then it will increase your costs until you reach the PR. But when you are eligible for the visa, when you apply for state nomination, when you are invited, then we apply. It's hard to imagine the cost because it will depend if the has dependents, their visa application. It depends on many factors. If they will need help with the skills assessment and everything, I always tell my clients to plan between $10,000 to $15,000 to apply for your PR because there are many costs involved, and we don't know how much we will need help in this process.
Okay. There's a question here. Does South Australia accept vocational courses to apply for graduate visa, or it has to be a bachelor?
Well, it's not about South Australia, right? The graduate visa is a national visa, is valid everywhere in Australia, and the rules are the same regardless of where you study. For nursing, vocational course doesn't allow you to apply for the graduate visa. In South Australia, in Western Australia, or anywhere you are, you won't be able to apply for the graduate visa if you study Diploma of Nursing or any nursing related vocational courses. In the nursing field, you will need to study bachelor's degree to become a registered nurse, because bachelor will make you become a registered nurse, which is in the list of medium long-term list. So this is the difference, right? Enroll nurse at this stage is in the short-term list, but let's say you are studying nursing and it's going to take 18 months, and then by the time you finish the course, enroll nurse is in the medium long-term list, then you will be able to apply for the graduate visa when you complete, at least when you complete 2 year studies. So you never know. I mean, these things change a lot. At this stage, if you study vocational course for nursing, you won't have the right to apply for the graduate visa.
Okay. We heard about A7 offering a promotion called Migration Combo. Could you please explain a little bit more about this package, and also if the student can use this combo for this process with nursing profession?
Okay, the combo is about the graduate visa, right? So for when the person is completing 2 year studies in Australia, and they want to check if they are eligible for the graduate visa or not, we do first of all a free assessment, so they can go to our media pages and fill up a form, and we will have this client's profile, and we will let him know if he is eligible for the graduate visa or not. Like I said, if it's enrolled nurse at he won't be eligible for the graduate visa. But if the person studies any course that is, they might be eligible for the graduate visa. We are offering free inclusion of partners. We don't charge anything to include the family members to the application. We don't charge anything for the provisional skills assessment. So, for example, if they are applying for carpentry course or any other course that TAFE offers and is in the medium long-term list, they will need a provisional skills assessment, and we can offer that for free. We won't charge any professional's fees on that. We are also offering a 50% discount for those who have completed higher education and are going for the graduate visa in the post-study stream. So when they study a bachelor's degree or a master's degree, students have the right to apply for the graduate visa, which is a longer graduate visa, is the post-study. And it is cheaper because we are giving 50% discount. And for people who are applying for graduate visa on the graduate work, which is the vocational vocational course pathway of the graduate visa. And if you are a client of Information Planet, we also give 25% discount on top of everything that we have been exempting in terms of fees. So it is a good deal. It's not available for nursing at TAFE, but for other courses that TAFE offer and are in the medium long-term list, they can use that. The students can use that.
Yeah, TAFE also has a package with University of South Australia for the bachelor, so to become a registered nurse. So in this case, people would need, if there is anyone studying a bachelor, they will be eligible for this promotion.
Yeah, that's a very good pathway. Sometimes by the time you finish the diploma, you're still not eligible to apply for any visa or state nomination or graduate visa. You can use your studies to start working as an enrolled nurse while you make your pathway to becoming a registered nurse through a bachelor's degree with a shorter timing in terms of studies, right? So it's a good pathway because you know that after the graduate visa, after the bachelor's degree, you will have the graduate visa.
Okay, so I'll check here. We have some questions, but
there's a lot of questions for Claudio.
Yeah.
It's up a little, I think.
Which course can I combine for 2 years of studies in South Australia? So I think that's because of the points for skilled visa. So the student needs to study 2 years to get some points, extra points. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah, that's correct. So the person does need to study for 2 years diploma level or above to be eligible to get the 10 points, 5 for Australian study requirements, 2 studies in Australia, plus 5 because Adelaide is a regional area. I would suggest to go for an advanced diploma after you finish your diploma, just because we need higher courses than a diploma. We cannot go back to a certificate 4, for example. A certificate 4 will not count towards the Australian study requirement, so we cannot use the certificate 4 to combine with the diploma and make 2 years study. You won't get points because of that. So I would suggest an advanced diploma, especially because you will probably need some time after you finish the diploma level course to prepare yourself for the next visa. So you need to register with APRA. You need to do a skills assessment with a MAC. Maybe you need a new IELTS because yours has expired. You will still need to expression of interest for the state nomination. You need to be invited by the state. So everything takes months. So you won't have time to finish anything in 2 months. That is your school holidays after your course finishes. So an advanced diploma, maybe something related to health or nursing would be recommended.
Okay, so let me check if there's any other question. That's one we already answered about the graduate visa. 7 also put the link for the migration combo. If anyone wants to get more information, they can access this link. There is another question here, Claudio. Can I study Diploma of Nursing in another state and then apply for the state nomination in South Australia?
It will depend on how they build their new requirements. So now the only interim and provisional requirements they have is that you must be working here for 3 months. So you must be working in South Australia for 3 months, regardless of where you have studied. So if you have studied somewhere else and you want to go to South Australia and study work for 3 months in South Australia before applying, now you can. But this is just an interim program that will change very soon, and we'll have to check what are the requirements they're going to publish very soon.
Okay, so is there any other questions, guys? Let me check here. Well, I think we don't have more questions. So thank you, Claudio, for participating, for joining us today. Thank you, Chloe, again, for being here. If you guys have any doubts in regards of the courses, you can send a message to us and we can forward to Chloe if we don't know the answer. The TAFE website is very complete, so if you want to have more information about the course outcomes and everything, you can check on the website. There's a question: how hard is to get the GTI visa?
That's the global talent, probably. The global talent is really hard. So it's for real exceptional people who are very, 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 very good at what they do, and they have an international reputation in their field. So it is not easy. It's just for a few.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. We are finishing these sessions of lives for this year, but we are going to resume these lives from next year, from the second week of January. The next one is gonna be on the 13th of January. We are gonna talk about carpentry courses in South Australia and Western Australia. Then we are gonna have another session for cookery courses. So just stay tuned, and if you have any questions, all the lives we did so far are saved on our IGTV and on our YouTube channel as well, at the 7 migration social media channels as well. So thank you, everyone. Have a nice afternoon. Thank you, Claude. Thank you, Chloe.
Thank you.
And thank you everyone for attending the live stream. I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.